Imagine a being so powerful, so fearsome, that even the devil himself trembles in fear. What if I told you that this being once descended to earth, leaving a mark so profound that its legacy still echoes through the ages? This is not a tale of myth or legend, but a true story documented in ancient texts. Picture a vast army of 185,000 Assyrian soldiers, confident in their might, ready to conquer and destroy. But in one fateful night, an unseen force wipes them out entirely. What could wield such power? Who is this mysterious warrior that even darkness fears? Stay with me as we unravel the incredible story of this celestial being, a warrior sent by God to change the course of history. As we journey through these tales, you'll discover not just one, but a host of powerful angels whose might and purpose have shaped the divine order. But before we dive deeper, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss a single revelation. Now let's peel back the layers of this enigmatic figure, whose mere presence on earth caused the devil to shudder. This mysterious angel, who descended to earth with such formidable power, is none other than the angel of the Lord. This celestial warrior isn't just a figure of legend, but a real entity whose presence has altered the course of history. Imagine the scene. The Assyrian camp, bustling with activity, filled with soldiers confident in their upcoming victory. As night falls, an unsettling calm blankets the camp. Suddenly, an overwhelming presence descends, unseen but undeniably powerful. In the silence of the night, 185,000 soldiers are struck down, leaving the camp eerily quiet by morning. This was no ordinary angel. This was the angel of the Lord, an emissary of divine judgment sent directly from the throne of God. The Bible frequently mentions this powerful being, describing him as a manifestation of God's might and will. When we talk about the angel of the Lord, we aren't just referring to a heavenly messenger. This angel is depicted as carrying out the most critical missions, often involving the protection of God's people and the execution of divine justice. Throughout biblical history, the angel of the Lord appears at pivotal moments. In the book of Exodus, this angel guides and protects the Israelites as they escape from Egypt. In the book of Judges, he appears to Gideon, providing strength and assurance. And in the story of King Hezekiah, it is this angel who decimates the Assyrian army, demonstrating an unparalleled display of divine power. But who exactly is this angel of the Lord? Some theologians believe he is a pre-incarnate appearance of Christ, also known as a Christophany. Others view him as a uniquely powerful angelic being, distinct from the archangels yet possessing a direct connection to God's authority. This angel's role is unique, blending the functions of messenger, warrior, and divine executor. His presence signifies God's immediate intervention in human affairs, often during moments of great peril or need. When the angel of the Lord steps onto the earthly stage, it is a signal that something profound is happening, that divine power is being unleashed in a way that changes everything. The story of the battle against the Assyrians is one of the most dramatic displays of divine intervention recorded in the Bible. It takes place during the reign of King Hezekiah of Judah, a time when the Assyrian Empire was the most powerful force in the ancient Near East. The Assyrian army, led by King Sennacherib, had already conquered much of the region and now set its sights on Jerusalem. The Assyrians were known for their military prowess and brutality, striking fear into the hearts of their enemies. They surrounded Jerusalem, laying siege to the city, and sent a message of intimidation to Hezekiah and his people. Sennacherib boasted of his past victories and mocked the God of Israel, declaring that no God could save Jerusalem from his might. In the face of this overwhelming threat, King Hezekiah turned to the Lord in prayer. He sought the prophet Isaiah, who delivered a message from God. "Do not be afraid of what you have heard. I will defend this city and save it, for my sake and for the sake of David my servant." As night fell over the Assyrian camp, the soldiers settled down, confident in their impending victory. But unbeknownst to them, a divine force was about to be unleashed. The angel of the Lord descended, moving silently through the camp. In a single night, this celestial warrior struck down 185,000 Assyrian soldiers. The Bible describes the aftermath in stark terms. When the people got up the next morning, there were all the dead bodies. The devastation was absolute. The once formidable Assyrian army was now a field of lifeless bodies. Sennacherib, who had so arrogantly defied the God of Israel, was forced to retreat in disgrace. He returned to Nineveh, where he would eventually meet his own demise, assassinated by his own sons. This miraculous victory was a testament to God's power and faithfulness. It demonstrated that no earthly force, no matter how mighty, could stand against the will of the Almighty. The people of Jerusalem were saved not by their own strength, but by the divine intervention of the angel of the Lord. The identity of this powerful angel is a subject of great intrigue and reverence. Known as the angel of the Lord, this celestial being carries an authority and presence that surpasses that of typical angels. The angel of the Lord appears throughout the Bible, often acting as a direct representative of God and in some instances is indistinguishable from God himself. In the story of Hagar, the angel of the Lord finds her by a spring in the wilderness and speaks to her with a compassion and authority that transforms her despair into hope. This encounter not only reassures Hagar, but also makes profound promises about her descendants, showing the angel's power to influence human destiny. Another significant appearance is to Abraham, where the angel of the Lord stops him from sacrificing his son Isaac. "Do not lay a hand on the boy," the angel commands, providing a ram caught in a thicket as a substitute offering. This act of divine intervention highlights the angel's role in pivotal moments of faith and obedience, reinforcing God's covenant with Abraham. In the book of Exodus, the angel of the Lord appears to Moses in the burning bush, introducing himself as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This encounter not only calls Moses to his prophetic mission, but also signifies the angel's unique identity as an embodiment of God's presence. The angel's ability to speak directly with divine authority and to commission prophets illustrates his unparalleled status among celestial beings. The book of Judges presents another compelling instance with Gideon. The angel of the Lord appears to Gideon under an oak tree, addressing him as a mighty warrior, and commissioning him to save Israel from Midianite oppression. Despite Gideon's initial doubts and fears, the angel's message empowers him to rise to his divinely appointed role, showcasing the transformative power of angelic encounters. Furthermore, the angel of the Lord's identity is closely associated with delivering divine judgment and mercy. In the story of David, after he sins by taking a census of Israel, the angel of the Lord brings a devastating plague upon the people. Yet at the appointed time, the angel stops the destruction at God's command, highlighting the dual aspects of justice and mercy inherent in his role. The identity of the angel of the Lord is also significant in prophetic literature. In Zechariah's visions, the angel acts as a mediator, explaining divine plans and judgments. These interactions further emphasize the angel's role in communicating God's will and revealing future events. In sum, the angel of the Lord is a figure of immense power and authority, acting as God's direct representative in critical moments of biblical history. His appearances are characterized by a combination of divine presence, authoritative command, and transformative impact on those he encounters. This angel's identity underscores the profound ways in which the divine interacts with humanity, guiding, protecting, and fulfilling God's sovereign purposes. Angels, these magnificent and powerful beings, serve as God's celestial warriors, executing his will across the heavens and the earth. Their nature is multifaceted, but one of their most significant roles is that of warriors in the divine army. These heavenly soldiers are not merely symbolic. They possess immense power and authority, capable of influencing the physical and spiritual realms. From the moment of their creation, angels were imbued with specific roles and responsibilities. Among these roles, their function as warriors stands out prominently. These celestial beings are depicted throughout Scripture as engaging in battles against forces of evil, protecting God's people, and carrying out divine judgment. Their appearance in these narratives is often marked by extraordinary displays of strength and power, highlighting their unique place in the divine order. Consider the Archangel Michael, often portrayed as the commander of God's army. Michael's name means "who is like God," and he is frequently shown leading the charge against demonic forces. In the book of Revelation, Michael and his angels fight against the dragon and his angels. a cosmic battle that underscores the relentless conflict between good and evil. Michael's victory in this celestial war illustrates the supreme power and authority vested in God's warriors. These angelic warriors are not bound by physical limitations. They can move between the spiritual and physical worlds, manifesting in ways that influence both realms. Their interventions can alter the course of battles, protect individuals, and execute divine retribution. The angel of the Lord who annihilated 185,000 Assyrian soldiers in one night exemplifies this terrifying might and precision. Angels are often depicted with attributes that symbolize their warrior nature. They carry swords, wear armor, and possess an aura of authority and fearlessness. Their presence in the biblical narrative serves as a constant reminder of God's sovereignty and the ongoing battle against evil. These descriptions are not merely metaphorical. They reflect the true nature of these beings as God's enforcers of divine justice. Their role as protectors is equally significant. Guardian angels are believed to watch over individuals, guiding and defending them against spiritual and physical dangers. The psalmist writes, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone." This divine protection underscores the intimate care God has for His creation, with angels acting as His agents of safeguarding. As warriors, angels embody the perfect blend of strength, obedience, and holiness. Their unwavering commitment to God's will, coupled with their formidable power, makes them formidable adversaries to the forces of darkness. Through their actions, they demonstrate the ultimate victory of good over evil, reinforcing the hope and faith of believers. In the vast expanse of the heavenly realm, there exists a meticulous and awe-inspiring hierarchy of angelic beings. Each rank within this celestial hierarchy holds distinct roles and responsibilities, reflecting the order and majesty of God's divine creation. At the heart of this structure are three prominent classes: angels, archangels, and cherubim. Starting with the angels, these beings are the most numerous and often serve as messengers and protectors. They are the ones most frequently mentioned in the Bible, appearing to individuals to deliver divine messages or provide guidance. Angels like Gabriel have played pivotal roles in biblical history, from announcing the birth of Jesus to comforting figures in times of distress. These angels operate under the direct command of God, fulfilling His will with unwavering loyalty. Above the common angels stand the archangels, a higher order with even greater authority and power. The term archangel means chief angel, indicating their leadership role among the heavenly hosts. Michael, the archangel, is perhaps the most well-known, depicted as the leader of God's army. His role as a protector and warrior is crucial, often battling the forces of evil and safeguarding God's people. The archangels are not only warriors but also overseers, ensuring that divine commands are executed precisely and effectively. Rising higher in the celestial hierarchy, we encounter the cherubim. These magnificent beings are often associated with the direct presence of God. Described in the book of Ezekiel as having 4 faces and wings covered with eyes, the cherubim serve as guardians of sacred spaces. They are stationed at the throne of God, symbolizing His holiness and the inaccessibility of His divine presence to the unholy. The cherubim's primary role is to protect the sanctity of God's dwelling, as seen when they guarded the entrance to the Garden of Eden after Adam and Eve's expulsion. Each of these ranks within the heavenly hierarchy operates with a unique purpose, reflecting the diverse ways in which God's will is manifested. The angels with their gentle guidance and protection, the archangels with their formidable leadership and martial prowess, and the cherubim with their awe-inspiring presence and guardianship all contribute to the divine order. Understanding this hierarchy helps us appreciate the complexity and majesty of the spiritual realm. It reveals a structured cosmos where every being has a role that contributes to the greater purpose of glorifying God and executing His will. The interwoven duties and responsibilities of these celestial beings ensure that the divine plan unfolds with precision and power. The Archangel Michael, known as the Protector of Israel, stands as one of the most formidable and revered figures in the celestial hierarchy. His very name, "Who is like God," reflects his unparalleled status and his unwavering dedication to the divine will. Michael is depicted as a powerful warrior, a guardian of the faithful, and a relentless adversary to the forces of darkness. Michael's role as a protector is highlighted throughout the scriptures. In the book of Daniel, he is described as the great prince who stands watch over the children of Israel. During times of great peril, when the nation faced existential threats, Michael's presence provided reassurance and strength. He is the heavenly sentinel, ensuring that God's chosen people remain under divine protection. One of the most vivid depictions of Michael's might is found in the book of Revelation. In this apocalyptic vision, Michael leads the heavenly hosts in a fierce battle against the dragon, symbolizing Satan and his fallen angels. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. This celestial battle signifies the ultimate triumph of good over evil, with Michael as the spearhead of divine justice and power. Michael's battles are not confined to the heavenly realm alone. In the spiritual warfare that permeates our world, Michael's intervention is often sought. He is seen as a defender against the adversary's schemes, a protector in spiritual conflicts. His sword, often depicted ablaze with divine light, cuts through the darkness, bringing clarity and victory. The significance of Michael's role is further emphasized in Jude 1:9, where he is shown contending with the devil over the body of Moses. This mysterious episode highlights Michael's role as a defender of sacred matters, confronting evil even in the most obscure and challenging situations. His respect for God's authority is evident as he rebukes Satan, not with his own power but by invoking the Lord's name. The Lord rebuke you. Throughout history, Michael has been venerated as a powerful intercessor and protector. His iconography often shows him with a sword or a spear, standing triumphantly over a defeated dragon, symbolizing his victory over evil. This imagery serves as a reminder of his constant vigilance and his role in the ongoing battle between light and darkness. The Archangel Gabriel, renowned as the messenger of good news, holds a unique and revered place in the celestial hierarchy. His name means "God is my strength," and his role as a divine messenger is marked by moments of profound significance in biblical history. Gabriel's appearances are always pivotal, bringing messages that herald transformative events. One of Gabriel's most famous missions is his announcement to the Virgin Mary. In the Gospel of Luke, Gabriel is sent by God to Nazareth to a young woman named Mary. "Greetings, you who are highly favored. The Lord is with you," Gabriel declares. He then delivers the astonishing news that Mary will conceive and bear a son, Jesus, who will be called the Son of the Most High. This announcement not only changes Mary's life, but also sets in motion the events that will lead to the birth of the Savior, Jesus Christ. Gabriel's role as a messenger is not limited to this singular event. Earlier in the same gospel, Gabriel appears to Zechariah, a priest serving in the temple. Gabriel announces that Zechariah's wife, Elizabeth, will bear a son despite their advanced age. This son, John the Baptist, will prepare the way for the Lord. Gabriel's message brings hope and fulfillment of God's promises, highlighting his role in God's divine plan. In the book of Daniel, Gabriel makes another significant appearance. Daniel has visions that he cannot understand, and it is Gabriel who comes to explain them. "I have come to give you insight and understanding," he says. Gabriel's explanations reveal future events and the coming of the Messiah, providing clarity and hope for the faithful. His presence reassures Daniel, emphasizing the importance of his revelations and the comfort of divine guidance. Gabriel's missions are characterized by their impact and the sense of divine intervention they bring. His messages are not just announcements, but assurances of God's ongoing involvement in the world. Through Gabriel, God's plans are revealed and set into motion, whether it is the birth of a prophet or the coming of the Messiah. Gabriel's role underscores the theme of divine communication and the unfolding of God's redemptive plan. Beyond his biblical appearances, Gabriel is often depicted in religious art holding a trumpet, symbolizing his role in proclaiming the end times and the second coming of Christ. This imagery reinforces his function as the herald of God's most important messages, both of joy and of solemnity. The archangel Raphael, known as the divine healer, plays a crucial role in the celestial hierarchy with a mission centered around healing and guidance. His name, meaning God heals, perfectly encapsulates his purpose and the miraculous acts attributed to him. Raphael's presence brings comfort, healing, and divine intervention, often in the most desperate times. Raphael's most detailed and well-known account is found in the Book of Tobit, a narrative that vividly illustrates his role as a healer and guide. Tobit, a righteous man living in exile, becomes blind due to a freak accident involving bird droppings. Despite his misfortune, Tobit remains faithful, but he prays earnestly for death due to his suffering. Meanwhile, in a distant land, Sarah, the daughter of Raguel, is tormented by a demon named Asmodeus who kills her husbands on their wedding night. She too prays for death, burdened by her grief and despair. God hears the prayers of Tobit and Sarah, and it is Raphael who is sent to aid them. Disguised as a human, Raphael appears to Tobit's son Tobias and offers to accompany him on a journey to retrieve a sum of money owed to his father. This journey, however, becomes much more than a simple errand. Along the way, Raphael instructs Tobias to catch a fish from the Tigris River, using its organs to create remedies. One of these remedies is later used to drive out the demon Asmodeus, allowing Sarah to be freed from her torment and marry Tobias without fear. Upon their return, Raphael instructs Tobias on how to use the fish's gall to cure his father's blindness. Tobit's sight is miraculously restored, leading to great joy and thanksgiving. It is then that Raphael reveals his true identity, proclaiming, "I am Raphael, one of the 7 angels who stand in the glorious presence of the Lord, ready to serve him." His revelation brings awe and gratitude, as Tobit and his family realize the extent of divine intervention in their lives. Raphael's role in this narrative showcases his abilities as a healer and a protector. His guidance not only heals physical ailments, but also brings about spiritual restoration and protection from evil. Raphael's actions emphasize the comprehensive nature of divine healing, addressing both the body and the soul. Beyond the Book of Tobit, Raphael's influence is recognized in various traditions as the patron of travelers, the blind, and those seeking healing. His interventions are often invoked in prayers for healing and protection, reflecting his enduring legacy as a divine healer. Uriel, the archangel of wisdom, holds a unique and esteemed place among the celestial beings. His name means "God is my light," and his role is intrinsically linked to the illumination of divine wisdom and knowledge. Uriel's contributions are not as widely chronicled as those of Michael or Gabriel, but his presence in various texts highlights his significant role in guiding humanity towards enlightenment and understanding. Uriel is often depicted as a figure of profound insight, bringing clarity and wisdom to those in need. In the apocryphal texts, Uriel is portrayed as the angel who stands at the gates of Eden, guarding the secrets of the spiritual world. This position underscores his role as a keeper of divine knowledge and a mediator between heaven and earth. One of Uriel's most notable appearances is in the Book of Enoch, where he is described as an angel who brings knowledge to humanity. He reveals the celestial mechanics to Enoch, explaining the workings of the stars, the sun, the moon, and the heavenly realms. This knowledge not only expands human understanding of the cosmos, but also reinforces the interconnectedness of all creation under God's design. Uriel's teachings to Enoch highlight the importance of wisdom and the pursuit of knowledge as a divine endeavor. Uriel is also associated with prophetic visions and the unveiling of divine mysteries. In the apocryphal book 2 Esdras, Uriel is sent to the prophet Ezra to answer his profound questions about the nature of existence, justice, and the end times. Uriel provides Ezra with deep reflective insights, helping him to understand complex theological concepts and the unfolding of God's plan. This guidance emphasizes Uriel's role as a counselor and teacher, bringing light to the darkest questions and doubts. Moreover, Uriel is sometimes seen as the angel who warns Noah of the impending flood, instructing him on how to build the ark to preserve life. This act of warning and guidance underscores Uriel's role in providing critical knowledge to protect and preserve humanity, aligning with his function as a bearer of wisdom. Uriel's contributions to divine wisdom extend beyond his direct interactions with humanity. He is often invoked in prayers and meditations by those seeking enlightenment, understanding, and insight. His association with light symbolizes the clarity and purity of divine knowledge, illuminating the path for those who seek truth. The struggle between the forces of good and evil is a central theme in the cosmic narrative, and at the heart of this struggle is the ongoing battle between the angels and Satan. This conflict is not just a series of isolated skirmishes, but a continuous and pervasive war that has far-reaching implications for both the spiritual and physical realms. Satan, once a high-ranking angel named Lucifer, rebelled against God, driven by pride and the desire for power. This rebellion led to his expulsion from heaven, along with a third of the angels who sided with him. These fallen angels, now demons, became the adversaries of God's angels, constantly seeking to undermine divine purposes and lead humanity astray. The Bible provides several glimpses into this celestial conflict. One of the most vivid portrayals is found in the book of Revelation, where Michael and his angels wage war against the dragon, Satan and his forces. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. This passage symbolizes the ultimate victory of good over evil, as Satan and his minions are cast out of heaven, signifying their defeat in the celestial realm. Despite this expulsion, the battle rages on in the earthly realm. Satan, described as the prince of this world, continues to oppose God's will, employing deception, temptation, and destruction. His influence is seen in the pervasive evil, suffering, and corruption that afflicts humanity. The angels, under God's command, engage in this spiritual warfare to protect, guide, and support the faithful. Their interventions are not always visible, but are deeply impactful, manifesting in moments of divine protection, answered prayers, and miraculous deliverances. One poignant example of this ongoing battle is the story of Job. In this narrative, Satan challenges Job's faithfulness, suggesting that it is only due to God's blessings that Job remains loyal. God allows Satan to test Job, but not without limits. Throughout his trials, Job is protected and ultimately restored by God's grace, illustrating the divine oversight in the battle against evil. Angels are also depicted as ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation. They act as guardians and warriors, standing against demonic forces that seek to harm or mislead believers. The Apostle Paul, in his letter to the Ephesians, emphasizes the reality of this spiritual warfare. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. This passage underscores the constant vigilance and engagement required in the spiritual battle. Throughout history, accounts of angelic interventions in moments of danger or distress reinforce the belief in their protective role. Whether through guiding lost travelers, rescuing individuals from peril, or providing strength in times of weakness, angels act as God's emissaries, combating the forces of darkness and shielding the faithful from harm. The struggle against Satan and his forces is a testament to the enduring battle between good and evil. It highlights the importance of faith, prayer, and reliance on God's protection. The angels, as warriors in this divine conflict, serve as powerful reminders of God's omnipotence and his unwavering commitment to the salvation and well-being of humanity. As we continue to explore the roles of these celestial beings, their courage and dedication in the face of evil inspire us to stand firm in our own spiritual battles. Throughout the Bible, angels play pivotal roles in significant events, acting as messengers, protectors, and executors of God's will. Their interventions are woven into the fabric of biblical history, showcasing their importance in the divine narrative. One of the earliest examples of angelic intervention is found in the story of Abraham. When God decided to test Abraham's faith by asking him to sacrifice his son Isaac, it was an angel who intervened at the critical moment. Just as Abraham was about to comply, the angel of the Lord called out to him from heaven, stopping him and providing a ram as a substitute sacrifice. This dramatic moment not only spared Isaac's life, but also reinforced God's covenant with Abraham. In the story of Jacob, angels appear in multiple significant moments. Jacob's vision of a ladder reaching to heaven with angels ascending and descending symbolizes the connection between God and humanity. Later, as Jacob prepares to meet his estranged brother Esau, he wrestles with an angel through the night. This encounter leaves Jacob with a new name, Israel, and a blessing that shapes the future of his descendants. Another powerful example is found in the book of Exodus, where an angel leads the Israelites out of Egypt. This angel, often identified as the angel of the Lord, goes before them as a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, guiding them through the wilderness. The angel's presence assures the Israelites of God's protection and guidance during their journey to the Promised Land. The story of Gideon provides another instance of angelic intervention. When the Israelites are oppressed by the Midianites, an angel of the Lord appears to Gideon, calling him to lead his people to victory. Despite his initial doubts and fears, Gideon follows the angel's instructions, resulting in a miraculous and decisive victory over the Midianite army. This encounter not only delivers Israel from oppression, but also reaffirms God's power and presence among his people. In the New Testament, angelic appearances continue to mark significant events. The angel Gabriel's annunciation to Mary, informing her that she will bear the Son of God, is a cornerstone of the Christian narrative. Similarly, an angel appears to Joseph in a dream, reassuring him to take Mary as his wife, and later warning him to flee to Egypt to protect the infant Jesus from King Herod's wrath. Angels also play a crucial role in the resurrection of Jesus. After his crucifixion, an angel descends from heaven and rolls back the stone from the tomb, sitting on it with a countenance like lightning. The angel's announcement to the women at the tomb, "He is not here, he has risen," marks the triumph of life over death and the fulfillment of God's redemptive plan. The book of Acts recounts further angelic interventions. When the apostle Peter is imprisoned by Herod, an angel appears, striking Peter on the side to wake him and leading him out of the prison past the guards. This miraculous escape strengthens the early Christian community and showcases the angel's ongoing role in supporting and protecting God's servants. Angels play a significant role in the life of Jesus Christ, from his miraculous birth to his triumphant resurrection. Their presence underscores the divine nature of his mission and the fulfillment of God's plan for humanity's salvation. The story begins with the angel Gabriel, who brings the momentous news to Mary in Nazareth. "Greetings, you who are highly favored. The Lord is with you," Gabriel declares, announcing that she will conceive a child by the Holy Spirit, and that her son Jesus will be called the Son of the Most High. This message sets the stage for the incarnation of God in human form, marking the beginning of the New Testament's most significant events. Gabriel's involvement doesn't end with Mary. He also appears to Joseph in a dream, reassuring him to take Mary as his wife despite her unexpected pregnancy. "Do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife," Gabriel tells him, explaining that the child conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. This divine guidance protects Mary and Jesus, ensuring the Holy Family remains united. As the time for Jesus' birth approaches, an angelic host heralds his arrival to shepherds in the fields near Bethlehem. "Do not be afraid, I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people," the angel proclaims. Suddenly, a multitude of heavenly beings join in, praising God and declaring peace on earth. This celestial announcement brings the shepherds to the manger, where they witness the newborn Savior. After Jesus' birth, an angel again appears to Joseph, this time in a dream, warning him to flee to Egypt to escape Herod's murderous decree. "Get up, take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you," the angel instructs. This timely intervention saves Jesus' life, allowing him to grow up safely until the threat passes. Throughout Jesus' ministry, angels continue to play crucial roles. After his baptism by John the Baptist, Jesus is led into the wilderness to be tempted by Satan. Following this intense period of testing, angels come and minister to him, providing the strength and sustenance he needs to continue his mission. In the Garden of Gethsemane, as Jesus prays in agony before his arrest, an angel appears to him, offering comfort and encouragement. This angelic presence underscores the weight of the moment and the immense spiritual support needed for Jesus to face his impending crucifixion. The most dramatic angelic involvement occurs at Jesus' resurrection. On the third day after his crucifixion, an angel descends from heaven, rolls away the stone from the tomb, and sits upon it. His appearance is like lightning, and his clothes are as white as snow. When the women arrive at the tomb, the angel announces, "He is not here, he has risen just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay." This proclamation marks the victory over death and the confirmation of Jesus' divine nature and mission. Following the resurrection, angels also appear to the disciples, providing them with instructions and reassurance. When Jesus ascends into heaven, two angels appear, telling the disciples that Jesus will return in the same way they saw him go into heaven. This message offers hope and a promise of Jesus' eventual return. Angels have been intricately woven into the fabric of the salvation narrative, playing pivotal roles at key moments to guide, protect, and execute God's redemptive plan. Their interventions highlight the divine orchestration behind the unfolding story of humanity's salvation. From the very beginning, angels were present in pivotal moments that set the stage for the grand narrative of salvation. After Adam and Eve's expulsion from the Garden of Eden, cherubim were stationed at the entrance to guard the way to the tree of life, signifying both the loss of paradise and the promise of eventual restoration through God's plan. Moving forward to the time of Abraham, angels appeared to him on multiple occasions, reinforcing God's covenant promises. They visited Abraham to announce the impending birth of his son Isaac, despite the couple's old age. This event was crucial as Isaac's birth was a fulfillment of God's promise that Abraham's descendants would become a great nation, through which all nations would be blessed. During the Exodus, angels played a vital role in the liberation of the Israelites from slavery in Egypt. An angel of the Lord appeared to Moses in the burning bush, commissioning him to lead the Israelites out of bondage. Later, an angel guided and protected the Israelites during their journey through the wilderness, appearing as a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. This divine presence assured the people of God's continual guidance and protection. The prophetic books also record angelic involvement in revealing God's plans for salvation. For instance, the prophet Isaiah had a vision of seraphim around God's throne, proclaiming his holiness and glory. This vision emphasized God's sovereign rule and the ultimate redemption he would bring through his chosen servant, the Messiah. In the New Testament, the angel Gabriel's announcement to Mary marked a critical moment in the salvation narrative. By proclaiming the birth of Jesus, Gabriel set in motion the fulfillment of Old Testament prophecies concerning the Messiah. Angels were present at Jesus' birth, announcing the good news to the shepherds, and later provided protection by warning Joseph to flee to Egypt to escape Herod's wrath. As Jesus began his ministry, angels continued to play supportive roles. After his temptation in the wilderness, angels ministered to him, strengthening him for his mission. In the Garden of Gethsemane, an angel appeared to Jesus to offer comfort as he faced the imminent suffering of the cross. The resurrection of Jesus was heralded by angelic presence, signifying the victory over sin and death. An angel rolled away the stone from the tomb and announced to the women that Jesus had risen, affirming the fulfillment of God's redemptive plan. This momentous event paved the way for the apostles to spread the gospel, empowered by the knowledge that Jesus had conquered death. In the early church, angels continued to be active in advancing the message of salvation. They liberated the apostles from prison, guided missionaries like Philip and Paul, and provided visions and revelations that shaped the growth of the Christian faith. These interventions underscored the importance of the divine message and the urgency of spreading the good news of salvation. Angels, as celestial guardians, have been depicted throughout the Bible, providing protection and guidance to individuals and nations in moments of peril. Their protective roles underscore the divine care and watchfulness over God's people, illustrating the ever-present help available from the heavenly realm. One of the earliest stories of angelic protection is found in the book of Genesis. When Hagar, Sarah's maidservant, flees into the wilderness to escape harsh treatment, an angel of the Lord finds her by a spring of water. The angel comforts her, instructs her to return, and promises that her descendants will be too numerous to count. Later, when Hagar and her son Ishmael are cast out and wandering in the desert, another angelic encounter occurs. As Hagar weeps in despair, an angel calls to her from heaven, showing her a well of water and assuring her of God's continued protection over Ishmael. In the story of Lot, angels are sent to the city of Sodom to rescue him and his family from impending destruction. The angels instruct Lot to flee the city and not look back. When the men of Sodom surround Lot's house, the angels protect him by striking the attackers with blindness, allowing Lot and his family to escape safely. This dramatic intervention highlights the angels' role as protectors in times of divine judgment. The prophet Daniel's life is marked by several instances of angelic protection. When Daniel is thrown into the lion's den for praying to God, an angel shuts the mouths of the lions, keeping Daniel unharmed throughout the night. King Darius, witnessing this miraculous deliverance, declares the power of Daniel's God. Similarly, Daniel's three friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, are thrown into a fiery furnace for refusing to worship an idol. As the flames rage, a fourth figure, resembling an angel, appears with them in the fire, protecting them from harm. The sight of the unharmed men emerging from the furnace amazes the king and leads to the acknowledgement of God's power. In the New Testament, angelic protection continues to be a prominent theme. When the Apostle Peter is imprisoned by King Herod, an angel of the Lord appears in his cell, strikes Peter on the side to wake him, and leads him past the guards to safety. This miraculous escape strengthens the faith of the early Christian community and underscores the continuing presence of divine protection. In another instance, the Apostle Paul recounts an angelic visitation during a perilous sea voyage. As the ship faces a violent storm and the crew loses hope of survival, Paul reassures them by sharing a message from an angel who appeared to him. The angel told Paul not to be afraid and assured him that he would stand trial before Caesar and that all those sailing with him would be spared. This promise is fulfilled as everyone on board survives the shipwreck, demonstrating God's providential care. Angelic protection is also evident in the story of the Exodus, where an angel leads and guards the Israelites as they journey out of Egypt. This angelic presence, described as a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, guides and protects the people, ensuring their safe passage to the Promised Land. In the hierarchy of the heavenly host, certain angels stand out due to their exceptional power, authority, and roles in executing God's will. Here we explore the top 5 most powerful angels in heaven, whose actions and presence have profoundly influenced the spiritual and earthly realms. 1. Michael, the Archangel. Michael, whose name means "who is like God," is arguably the most powerful of all angels. He is depicted as a fierce warrior and the leader of the heavenly armies. Michael's primary role is to protect and defend God's people, particularly in spiritual warfare. In the book of Revelation, Michael leads the charge against Satan and his forces, casting them out of heaven. This victory symbolizes the triumph of good over evil and reinforces Michael's status as a mighty protector and enforcer of divine justice. 2. Gabriel, the messenger of God. Gabriel, meaning "God is my strength," is renowned for his role as a divine messenger. He is one of the few angels named in the Bible and is entrusted with delivering some of God's most significant messages. Gabriel announces the births of John the Baptist to Zechariah and Jesus to Mary, setting the stage for the fulfillment of God's redemptive plan. His ability to convey God's will with clarity and authority makes Gabriel a central figure in the heavenly hierarchy. 3. Raphael, the healer. Raphael, whose name means "God heals," is celebrated for his role in bringing healing and guidance. His most detailed appearance is in the book of Tobit, where he aids Tobias on his journey, heals Tobit's blindness, and expels a demon from Sarah. Raphael's actions not only provide physical healing, but also spiritual restoration, emphasizing his importance as a healer and guide. His gentle yet powerful interventions illustrate the compassion and care embedded in divine assistance. 4. Uriel, the angel of wisdom. Uriel, meaning "God is my light," is often associated with wisdom and enlightenment. He is believed to illuminate the truth and provide insight into God's mysteries, In the apocryphal book of Enoch, Uriel reveals the workings of the heavens and the fate of the fallen angels to Enoch. His role as a bearer of divine knowledge is crucial in helping humanity understand the deeper aspects of God's plan. Uriel's wisdom and guidance are invaluable, making him one of the most powerful and revered angels in heaven. 5. Metatron, the scribe of God. Metatron is a unique and highly exalted angel, often considered one of the highest-ranking angels in Jewish mystical traditions. He is sometimes identified with the prophet Enoch, who was taken to heaven and transformed into an angel. Metatron serves as the celestial scribe, recording all the deeds of humanity and maintaining the divine archives. His proximity to God and his role in overseeing the flow of divine knowledge and judgment underscore his immense power and authority. Metatron's position as a mediator between the divine and the mortal realms highlights his significant role in the heavenly order. These 5 angels, each with their unique attributes and missions, exemplify the diverse ways in which divine power and authority are manifested in the heavenly realm. Michael's strength, Gabriel's communication, Raphael's healing, Uriel's wisdom, and Metatron's mediation collectively illustrate the multifaceted nature of God's interaction with creation. As we delve deeper into their stories and roles, we gain a greater appreciation for the complex and awe-inspiring dynamics of the celestial hierarchy. The fear that the devil harbors toward certain angels is rooted in their divine authority, unmatched power, and unwavering loyalty to God. This fear is not just a testament to the might of these celestial beings, but also to the inevitable triumph of good over evil. Let's explore the reasons behind the devil's fear. Divine authority and power. The foremost reason for the devil's fear is the divine authority that these angels wield. Angels like Michael and Gabriel operate directly under God's command, embodying his will and carrying out his judgments with absolute precision. Michael in particular is a figure of dread for Satan. As the leader of the heavenly armies, Michael's authority to combat and expel demonic forces is unparalleled. The account in Revelation, where Michael and his angels cast Satan and his followers out of heaven, epitomizes this fear. Satan's defeat in this celestial battle highlights the superior power and authority of Michael, making him a formidable adversary. Unyielding loyalty and righteousness. Another reason for the devil's fear is the unyielding loyalty and righteousness of these angels. Unlike humans who are susceptible to temptation and sin, these angels are steadfast in their commitment to God. This unwavering loyalty makes them incorruptible and relentless in their pursuit of divine justice. The devil, whose very essence is rebellion and deceit, is powerless against such pure and unshakable beings. Gabriel's steadfastness in delivering God's messages, regardless of opposition, exemplifies this unwavering dedication. The role of guardian and protector. Angels like Raphael, known for their healing and protective roles, also instill fear in demonic forces. Raphael's intervention in the book of Tobit, where he binds the demon Asmodeus, showcases his authority over evil spirits. The ability to protect and heal those under divine care disrupts the devil's plans to inflict harm and spread suffering. This protective role of angels serves as a constant reminder to Satan of the limitations of his power and the ultimate sovereignty of God's protection over his people. Wisdom and enlightenment. Uriel, the angel of wisdom, poses a significant threat to the devil's schemes through his ability to illuminate divine truth. The devil thrives in darkness and deception, preying on ignorance and confusion. Uriel's role in revealing God's mysteries and providing enlightenment directly counters this darkness. His wisdom exposes the devil's lies and brings clarity and understanding, diminishing the power of deception that Satan relies on. Uriel's revelations to Enoch about the workings of the heavens and the fate of the fallen angels exemplify this enlightening force. Celestial record-keeping and judgment. Metatron, often seen as the celestial scribe, represents another source of fear for the devil. As the keeper of divine records and judgments, Metatron holds a position of immense authority in the heavenly hierarchy. The meticulous recording of deeds and the administration of divine justice ensure that the devil's actions are accounted for, and that he cannot escape divine retribution. Metatron's role reinforces the inevitability of judgment and the ultimate accountability of all beings, including Satan. The fear that the devil harbors towards these powerful angels is a reflection of the divine order and justice that governs the cosmos. These angels, with their extraordinary power, authority, and unwavering commitment to God, embody the inevitable defeat of evil. Their roles in executing divine will, protecting the faithful, revealing truth, and administering justice serve as constant reminders to Satan of his ultimate downfall. As we continue to explore the dynamics of the celestial realm, the fear that the devil holds towards these angels underscores the triumph of good over evil and the supreme power of the divine. In the unseen realms, a relentless and profound spiritual war rages between the forces of good and evil. Angels play a crucial role in this cosmic battle, serving as God's warriors and protectors against the malevolent schemes of demonic entities. Their involvement underscores the importance of divine intervention and the continual struggle to uphold righteousness and justice. Angels are often depicted as the frontline soldiers in this spiritual warfare, engaging in direct combat with demonic forces. One of the most vivid depictions of this is found in the book of Revelation, where Michael and his angels wage war against the dragon, Satan, and his minions. This battle symbolizes the ongoing conflict between the forces of light and darkness, with angels acting as the executors of divine justice and the enforcers of God's will. The Apostle Paul, in his letter to the Ephesians, emphasizes the reality of this spiritual warfare. He writes, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." This passage highlights the nature of the conflict and the need for divine intervention. Angels, with their immense power and unwavering allegiance to God, are crucial in combating these spiritual forces of evil. Throughout the Bible, there are numerous accounts of angels intervening in spiritual battles to protect and guide God's people. In the book of Daniel, the prophet fasts and prays for understanding, and an angel appears to him, delayed by a spiritual battle with the prince of the Persian kingdom. This angelic struggle illustrates the constant and often unseen efforts of angels to counteract the influence of evil forces and ensure the fulfillment of God's plans. In the New Testament, Jesus himself acknowledges the role of angels in spiritual warfare. In the Garden of Gethsemane, as he faces the agony of his impending crucifixion, Jesus tells his disciples, "Do you think I cannot call on my Father, and he will at once put at my disposal more than 12 legions of angels?" This statement underscores the readiness and power of angels to intervene at God's command, highlighting their crucial role in the spiritual realm. The protective role of angels is also evident in the book of Psalms, where it is written, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone." This promise of divine protection through angelic intervention reassures believers of God's care and the active presence of his angels in their lives. Moreover, angels not only protect but also provide guidance and encouragement in the midst of spiritual battles. In the Acts of the Apostles, an angel appears to Paul during a perilous sea voyage, assuring him that he and all aboard the ship will be saved. This angelic message strengthens Paul's resolve and provides hope in a dire situation, illustrating the supportive role of angels in the spiritual journey of believers. The importance of angels in spiritual warfare is also reflected in their ability to deliver divine messages that fortify and direct God's people. Gabriel's announcements to Mary and Zechariah, for example, were not just messages of good news but also declarations of God's intervention and the unfolding of his redemptive plan. Throughout history and into the modern era, numerous accounts have testified to the miraculous interventions of angels. These stories, spanning from biblical times to contemporary experiences, reveal the profound impact of angelic presence in moments of dire need, offering protection, guidance, and reassurance of divine care. One of the most renowned historical accounts is the story of the angelic intervention during World War I, known as the Angels of Mons. In August 1914, during the Battle of Mons in Belgium, British soldiers reported seeing a host of angels who appeared to shield them from the advancing German forces. These angelic figures, described as luminous beings, provided a miraculous defense, allowing the British troops to retreat safely. This event, though surrounded by legend, became a powerful symbol of divine intervention during one of the darkest times in modern history. In the realm of personal testimonies, countless individuals have shared their encounters with angels. One such story comes from the life of John G. Peyton, a missionary in the New Hebrides Islands. Peyton and his wife were surrounded by hostile natives one night, intent on burning down their mission house. As they prayed for divine protection, they were astonished to see the attackers suddenly flee. Later, the chief of the tribe revealed that they had seen large men in shining garments with drawn swords surrounding the mission house, deterring them from their violent intentions. This miraculous intervention reinforced the Peyton's faith and provided a powerful witness to the protective presence of angels. In another modern account, a woman named Annabel Beam experienced an extraordinary angelic encounter. Annabel, who suffered from a severe digestive disorder, fell headfirst into a hollow tree and was trapped for hours. During her rescue, she reported seeing Jesus and angels, who assured her that she would be healed. Miraculously, after the accident, Annabel's condition improved dramatically, and she was later declared free of her illness. This experience, recounted in the book and film Miracles from Heaven, highlights the comforting and healing role of angels in contemporary life. Angelic interventions are not limited to moments of physical danger. They also appear in times of emotional and spiritual crisis. One such story involves a man named Jeff who was contemplating suicide due to severe depression. As he stood on a bridge, ready to end his life, a stranger approached him, offering words of comfort and hope. The stranger spoke with an understanding and compassion that deeply touched Jeff, convincing him to step back from the edge. When Jeff turned to thank the stranger, he found that the person had vanished without a trace. Jeff believed this mysterious figure was an angel sent to save his life and restore his hope. Angels also play a significant role in guiding people during times of uncertainty. A well-documented story involves a missionary named David, who was lost in a dense jungle with no clear path out. As he prayed for guidance, a man in white appeared, pointing him toward a safe route. Following the stranger's directions, David found his way out of the jungle. When he later tried to find the man to express his gratitude, he realized the stranger had disappeared, leaving him to believe that an angel had guided him to safety. These testimonies of angelic intervention, whether historical or modern, illustrate the ongoing and active role of angels in our world. They provide a powerful reminder of the divine presence that watches over us, intervening in both dramatic and subtle ways. Through their protection, guidance, and comfort, angels continue to fulfill their purpose as messengers and agents of God's care, offering hope and reassurance in times of need. The relationship between angels and humans is profound and multifaceted, marked by divine interactions that guide, protect, and influence human lives. These celestial beings act as messengers, guardians, and intermediaries, their presence often subtly woven into the fabric of everyday life. Angels frequently serve as messengers, delivering important divine communications to humans. This role is evident throughout the Bible, where angels convey God's will, provide guidance, and announce significant events. For example, the angel Gabriel's annunciation to Mary about the birth of Jesus is a prime example of how angels deliver crucial messages that alter the course of history. Such divine communications reassure and guide individuals, helping them align with God's plan. Guardianship is another significant aspect of angelic interaction. Angels are often depicted as protectors who watch over individuals, shielding them from harm. Psalm 91:11-12 encapsulates this role. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. These guardian angels are believed to accompany people throughout their lives, providing invisible but powerful protection against physical and spiritual dangers. One moving example of guardian angels at work is the story of a young boy named Alex Malarkey, who, after a severe car accident, was left in a coma. During his recovery, Alex recounted vivid experiences of being visited by angels who comforted him and assured him of God's love. These encounters provided not only physical healing, but also spiritual strength for Alex and his family, illustrating the comforting and protective role of guardian angels. Angels also act as intermediaries, bridging the gap between the divine and human realms. They facilitate communication and interaction between God and humanity, often intervening in moments of crisis or need. This intermediary role is beautifully illustrated in the story of Jacob's ladder. In his dream, Jacob sees a ladder reaching from earth to heaven, with angels ascending and descending on it. This vision symbolizes the continuous flow of divine assistance and communication, underscoring the angels' role as conduits of God's presence. In addition to these roles, angels influence human lives through subtle guidance and inspiration. They may nudge individuals towards making the right decisions, inspire acts of kindness, or provide comfort in times of distress. These influences are often felt as sudden insights, intuitive prompts, or inexplicable peace, leading people to recognize the quiet but profound impact of angelic presence. Modern accounts further highlight the ways angels influence human lives. One such story involves a woman named Jenny, who was struggling with severe depression and contemplating suicide. One night, she felt an overwhelming sense of peace and the presence of an unseen being. This experience gave her the strength to seek help and eventually recover. Jenny believes that an angel intervened, offering her the hope and courage she needed at a critical moment. Moreover, angels are often associated with miraculous events and divine interventions that defy explanation. These occurrences reinforce the belief in angels' active involvement in human affairs, providing reassurance of a higher power at work. The miraculous escape of the Apostle Peter from prison, aided by an angel, serves as a biblical testament to this divine intervention. As the angel leads Peter past the guards and out of the prison, it exemplifies how angels can orchestrate extraordinary deliverances, reaffirming their protective and guiding roles. The belief in angels brings a profound sense of hope and faith to countless individuals, serving as a tangible reminder of the divine presence and intervention in our lives. The importance of faith in angels extends beyond mere belief. It encompasses trust in their guidance, protection, and the assurance that we are never alone. Faith in angels often begins with the stories and teachings found in religious texts. These accounts provide a foundation for understanding the roles and significance of angels in the divine order. For example, the Bible is replete with instances where angels act as God's messengers and protectors, reinforcing the idea that these celestial beings are actively involved in human affairs. Believers draw hope from these stories, seeing angels as symbols of God's ongoing care and intervention. One powerful example is the story of Elijah, who, exhausted and despondent, flees into the wilderness. There, an angel provides him with food and water, renewing his strength and spirit. This divine encounter not only sustains Elijah physically, but also spiritually, reminding him of God's unceasing care. Such narratives inspire believers to have faith in angelic assistance during their own times of need. In contemporary life, faith in angels often manifests through personal testimonies and experiences. Many individuals recount moments where they felt an angelic presence, providing comfort, protection, or guidance. These experiences bolster faith as they offer tangible evidence of divine intervention. For instance, stories of miraculous escapes from danger, where a mysterious stranger appears and then vanishes, leaving the rescued person convinced of angelic intervention, reinforce the belief in angels' protective roles. The role of faith in angels is also crucial in times of crisis and uncertainty. Believers find solace in the idea that angels are watching over them, ready to assist and intervene. This belief provides emotional and spiritual support, helping individuals navigate through difficult times with the assurance that they are not facing their struggles alone. The comfort derived from this faith can be transformative, offering peace and resilience in the face of adversity. Furthermore, faith in angels encourages a sense of connectedness to the divine. It fosters an awareness of the spiritual realm and the ongoing relationship between heaven and earth. This connection nurtures a deeper sense of purpose and meaning, as believers recognize that they are part of a larger divine plan. The knowledge that angels are present and active in their lives reinforces the idea that they are cherished and valued by God. Prayer is another important aspect of faith in angels. Believers often pray for angelic protection and guidance, trusting that their prayers will be heard and answered. This practice not only strengthens their relationship with the divine, but also reinforces their faith in the unseen support that surrounds them. The act of praying to or for angels symbolizes a trust in divine intervention and the belief that heavenly beings are always near, ready to assist. Faith in angels also promotes a sense of hope for the future. The belief that angels are working behind the scenes to bring about God's will provides assurance that, despite present challenges, there is a divine plan unfolding. This hope encourages perseverance and optimism, empowering believers to face life's difficulties with a positive outlook. Moreover, the idea of guardian angels assigned to watch over individuals throughout their lives brings a personal dimension to this faith. Believers find comfort in the thought that they have a dedicated celestial being looking out for them, guiding their steps and protecting them from harm. This intimate relationship with their guardian angel reinforces the sense of being loved and cared for by the divine. Recognizing the presence of angels around us can be both a comforting and awe-inspiring experience. While angels often work behind the scenes, their presence can be felt through various signs and indications that remind us of their divine assistance and protection. Understanding these signs can help us become more attuned to the spiritual realm and the ways angels interact with our lives. One of the most common signs of angelic presence is a sudden, unexplained feeling of peace and calm. This sense of tranquility can wash over us in moments of distress or uncertainty, providing reassurance and comfort. It often feels like a gentle embrace or a warm, soothing presence that alleviates our fears and anxieties. Such experiences remind us that we are not alone and that divine support is near. Another indication of angelic presence is the appearance of white feathers in unexpected places. Finding a white feather, especially in an unusual or significant location, is often interpreted as a sign that an angel is nearby. This symbolic gesture serves as a gentle reminder of their watchful presence and protection. Many people report feeling a sense of connection and comfort when they come across these delicate tokens. Angelic presence can also be recognized through the phenomenon of light. Angels are often associated with radiant, glowing light, and many individuals report seeing flashes of light or orbs in their peripheral vision. These manifestations can occur during prayer, meditation, or in moments of need, signifying the arrival or presence of an angelic being. The ethereal quality of this light reinforces the idea of a heavenly presence, bringing illumination and guidance. Another way angels communicate their presence is through sounds or music. Hearing a soft, angelic melody, a gentle whisper, or even the sound of chimes without any apparent source can be a sign that angels are near. These auditory experiences often occur during quiet moments of reflection or when seeking divine guidance, providing reassurance and a sense of divine connection. Synchronicities and coincidences are also powerful indicators of angelic involvement. These events, which seem too meaningful to be mere chance, often occur at pivotal moments in our lives. They can include meeting the right person at the right time, receiving timely advice, or encountering a helpful message when needed most. Such synchronicities suggest that angels are orchestrating events to guide and support us on our path. Additionally, angels can make their presence known through vivid dreams or visions. Many people have reported experiencing dreams where they encounter an angel who provides comfort, guidance, or important messages. These dreams often feel exceptionally real and leave a lasting impression upon waking. Visions, whether seen with the physical eyes or within the mind's eye, can also convey angelic messages and provide a profound sense of divine presence. A feeling of being touched or a gentle breeze in a still room can also indicate an angelic presence. These physical sensations, which occur without any logical explanation, can serve as a comforting reminder that angels are with us. The touch often feels like a soft, reassuring hand or a gentle pat on the shoulder, bringing a sense of warmth and safety. Animals, particularly pets, can sometimes sense the presence of angels and react accordingly. You might notice your pet staring at seemingly empty spaces, behaving unusually calm, or appearing to follow something with their eyes. These behaviors can indicate that they are perceiving an angelic presence that is not visible to the human eye. Moreover, angels can send messages through numbers and patterns known as angel numbers. Repeatedly seeing the same number sequence, such as 111, 222, or 333, can be a sign that angels are trying to communicate with you. Each number sequence carries a specific meaning and message, often related to guidance, reassurance, or encouragement on your spiritual journey. Lastly, an undeniable sense of knowing or intuition can also signal angelic presence. This inner voice or gut feeling can provide clarity and insight, helping you make decisions or navigate challenging situations. Trusting this intuitive guidance can lead to positive outcomes and reinforce your connection with the divine. The presence of angels, with their unwavering dedication to divine protection and guidance, offers a profound sense of hope and assurance. These celestial beings dispatched by God serve as constant guardians, guiding us through life's uncertainties and shielding us from harm. Their interventions, both subtle and miraculous, are testimonies to the ever-watchful care of the divine. Throughout history, angels have played critical roles in the lives of individuals and communities. Their actions, whether recorded in sacred texts or recounted through personal testimonies, demonstrate a consistent pattern of divine intervention. Angels have appeared at crucial moments to deliver messages of hope, provide protection in times of danger, and offer guidance during periods of uncertainty. These encounters remind us that we are never truly alone. There is always a divine presence looking out for us. One of the most reassuring aspects of angelic protection is its omnipresence. Angels are not bound by time or space. They can intervene in our lives at any moment. This constant vigilance means that whether we are aware of it or not, we are always under the watchful eyes of these heavenly guardians. They act as intermediaries between the divine and the mortal realms, ensuring that God's love and protection are continually extended to us. The stories of angelic intervention inspire faith and courage. They remind us that even in our darkest hours, there is a light that cannot be extinguished, a divine force working tirelessly to bring about our well-being. When faced with overwhelming odds, the knowledge that angels are by our side can provide the strength and resilience needed to persevere. Their presence is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the unbreakable bond between the divine and humanity. Moreover, angels serve as symbols of God's unconditional love and mercy. Their interventions often come when we least expect them, reaffirming the belief that divine grace is always within reach. This understanding encourages us to trust in God's plan, knowing that no matter the circumstances, we are cared for and protected. The assurance of angelic guardianship allows us to navigate life's challenges with confidence and peace of mind. The belief in angels also fosters a sense of community and interconnectedness. As we share stories of angelic encounters, we build a tapestry of faith that spans cultures and generations. These shared experiences strengthen our collective hope and remind us of the universal nature of divine protection. Whether through ancient scriptures or modern testimonies, the recurring presence of angels highlights the timeless and universal nature of God's care. In times of doubt or fear, turning to the knowledge of angelic protection can provide solace and clarity. By acknowledging the presence of these celestial beings, we open ourselves to the comforting and empowering influence of the divine. This awareness encourages us to remain steadfast in our faith and to seek the guidance and protection of angels through prayer and reflection. Ultimately, the protection offered by angels is a reflection of God's eternal promise to humanity. It is a promise that we are never abandoned, that divine love is always with us, and that we are cherished and safeguarded by forces beyond our comprehension. This divine protection embodied by angels is a source of enduring hope and strength. As we continue our journey through life, let us hold on to the certainty of angelic protection. Let us find comfort in the knowledge that we are surrounded by divine guardians, ready to guide and protect us at every step. Their presence is a beacon of hope, a testament to the unwavering care of the divine, and a reminder that no matter what we face, we are never alone.